You guys, I miss them. I miss lunches so much. Hey guys, Kira here from 50 Shades of Mom, tips for all shades of mom life, and I am back in my car on this cold, dark, and dreary rainy day because my kids are home, and so I cannot get a quiet moment inside to do any kind of filming. I will say that I'm definitely getting some quality homeschooling time though. It is really awesome to sit with Mason. Jacob is working independently and Maya is just watching on with Mason and I, but it is really awesome to work with him. I didn't know how much he knew because he works, mostly inside of school. They don't give too much homework for kindergartners, so it was kind of amazing to really see what his little mind knows. So I'm definitely enjoying doing that, and we're getting a heck of a lot more family time than we ever had before, so no regrets there. But as far as work part is concerned, work time is pretty much null and void, so I'm definitely behind on bringing you guys my videos. I have tons of content to share. It's just a matter of editing it and actually getting it up for you guys to see. But being that there's no structure to my videos right now, there's also no structure to my lunch videos, which I was bringing you weekly, which right now I literally have just a few cumulative clips that I have taken over the last few weeks to share with you guys. It's a little hard. I'm trying to figure out exactly what to share and what not to share, and I never realized how much I took lunches for granted, you guys. There were days where I just didn't want to get up early in the morning and make lunch. Or there would be nights I'd be lying in bed thinking, did I wipe the lunch boxes out? Is the Yum box clean for Mason to take his lunch tomorrow? It was just a lot. It definitely was a lot. But now I would give anything to give my children that routine of sending them out the door and getting up every day and making them lunch the way I used to. So right now it's definitely been a challenge for me, but I have some lunch clips to share with you guys of some things I packed for myself, for my husband, or for my kiddos over the last few weeks. So first up, I have a lunch that I packed for Daryl. Some days I'll still make him lunch, or some days he'll fend for himself, or some days he'll come home in between shifts and eat with all of us. But on this particular day, I packed him a lunch, and so he has just some regular white wheat of the Newman's Own bread, and on there is some chicken salad. I have a small bag of the Snyder's mini pretzels. I get those from the Dollar Tree. I have that Cooper Street cookie bakes. Those are like a small cookie granola bar that came from the Variety Fun Box, and the chocolate cherry. Daryl really liked that flavor. That's the very last chocolate chip muffin, you guys, from like forever ago. And now he's working on the lemon ones. That's a bottle of water from Lauren's shower. I have some strawberries in a container for him. And then those were the very last two of those shamrock cookies that we had from St. Patrick's Day, like way back when. I just mentioned it took us like weeks to go through that container of cookies, but that's what he took that day. And then sticking with the chicken salad, this is what I made for myself. So I almost made like little chicken salad boats, like lettuce boats. And so I took two nice pieces of hearty romaine and I filled it with chicken salad. And then I don't like warm chicken salad. I like good cold chicken salad. So I took strips of bacon and I put half a slice of cheese on 2 slices of bacon, and then another half a slice of cheese on another few slices of bacon, and melted it on a paper plate. This way I was able to scoop it up and lay it on top, and it made like a bacon and cheese chicken salad wrap sort of thing with lettuce boat. I don't know. All I know is that it was stinking delicious, and I highly recommend you guys giving it a try. If not with chicken salad, it would be great with tuna or egg salad, and it was carb free. So that's how I went with myself that day. And then here's what we did for the kiddos. So you can see the bread in the background there that I used for Daryl's sandwich. And then Jacob didn't want bread, but he still wanted chicken salad. So I put chicken salad on a plate for him with some crackers, and he had that huge Gondili pickle. I usually get him the bites, but that was one solid pickle that I found at Target. He had some Pirate's Booty and one of those frosted cookies. And then Mason and Maya had the exact same thing. They each had one one frosted cookie with some Pirate's Booty. They had raspberries instead of a pickle, and they didn't want chicken salad, but they wanted crackers. So I just did some cream cheese and jelly for them just to kind of switch up. Instead of peanut butter and jelly, I just did cream cheese and jelly, and each of the kids had 3 crackers, and that was it for that day. So on this particular day, Mason was actually not feeling well. He had just an ice pop and a Gatorade and stayed in bed. So I did separate lunches for just Jacob and Maya. And Jacob had leftover chicken stuffed tortellini. That's what this was. But I had made it a few nights before with Alfredo. And I made cauliflower and I made cheese stuffed ravioli. And then I made the chicken stuffed tortellini. And everyone got to pick whatever bottom that they wanted for the top of their Alfredo sauce. But the Alfredo sauce was gone and we still had some tortellini left. And I still had some meat sauce in the refrigerator. So Jacob put some meat sauce on top of the chicken stuffed tortellini, and I put a little bit of ricotta cheese on the side, and he said that was delicious. And Maya ended up having leftover pizza from the night before. So I had used that sauce. That's why I had it defrosted, and I used it to make pizza, and that's what this was. We just used the refrigerated pizza dough from Walmart, and this was just plain cheese pizza, and she had that with pretzels and strawberries. So on this day was an easy lunch for me. So I love a day when they all decide they want to do the same thing, and I'm able to do something like 2 boxes of Annie's white mac and cheese. So I did 2 separate bowls for Mason and Maya, and then I did like a community side plate. I did some more of those Pirate's Booty. I did some strawberries and blueberries and half of one of those Z bars. That's the chocolate brownie kind, and they just picked off of it. And then here's Jacob's plate. So he had some of those white mac and cheese, but he also wanted to finish off the very last of that meat sauce, and so he just put that in a bowl on the side. And then I made him like a garlic bread, just with a slice of bread and a little bit of melted butter and some garlic powder in the toaster oven, and he used that bread to kind of dunk in his sauce. He's definitely a guinea after my own heart. And some strawberries on the side. He doesn't like blueberries, but that's what they had that day. And so here is another day where everyone was happy with eating the same thing. And this was a family movie lunch. So Daryl was off this day and we did our own thing for lunch. It was an every plate meal that you guys will see coming up. And this is what the kids had. So I made some chicken nuggets and some tater tots. I peeled each kid an orange. And then I did my popcorn in a brown paper bag trick in the microwave and just filled a red Solo cup for each kid with some popcorn. And then I gave each one of them the last of those Create-A-Bunny fruit snacks. And we all did like a picnic on the floor and we watched a movie. I believe this is the day that Disney released Frozen 2 early, and so we kind of did like a picnic on the floor and everybody ate their lunch. Like I said, we had our every plate meal, and then the kids had the chicken nuggets. Of course, Jake has ranch and all the kids have ketchup, but this was a really, really fun day. It's kind of some of the advantages of this crappy situation. Now here's a day where the kids kind of all wanted the same thing, but just a little bit different. So on this day, I did BLTs on English muffins, but not everybody takes their sandwich the same. Otherwise, for the most part, this was a pretty easy day to assemble for lunch. So Jake has those Oh Snap carrots. That was the last of those ones that I have that I got from Target. I really need to get there for that kid because he absolutely loves those. So he had that with one of those chocolate brownie Z bars, some chili cheese Fritos, and then he had a regular BLT with a slice of cheese and some mayo on his English muffin. And then Maya had the same sandwich because she loves lettuce and tomato and all of that stuff, and she had some pineapple. She split a bag of crunchy cheese doodles with Mason. She split a Z bar in the iced oatmeal flavor, and then she also has some graham crackers there. And then Mason pretty much has the same thing, except he's not a veggie kid. So no lettuce and tomato on his sandwich, just bacon and cheese on his English muffin, but he has pineapple, the other half of those cheese doodles, the other half of that Z bar, and then he also has some graham crackers. But that was it for this day's lunch. Now here was another day that I packed for Daryl, and for his sandwich I made him a Monte Cristo. I actually made some French toast the few nights before that. I had some really delicious brioche bread and I made some French toast. And the next day I said, hey, I have leftover French toast. Do you want me to throw you together a Monte Cristo? And he said, oh my gosh, that's the greatest idea ever, because he loves those things. And I have a cooking video for that, so I'll link it up above and down below if you guys want to check that out. But I love those. That recipe is also in my cookbook. It's one of my favorite things, especially with the maple mayo. And so he just took that with a Cliff Kids Z-Bar in the iced oatmeal cookie flavor. He has the Austin PB&J crackers that I got from Variety Fun. He has a small container of blueberries, and then he also has a Great Value barbecue potato chips. And if you did not see a drink, that's because I've been filling like a empty thermos container every day with either Kool-Aid or lemonade or something like that. And now here is another lunch where the kids pretty much all took the same thing, but this is that really thick bread, that Nature's Own Craft thick, super crazy bread. So I made a grilled cheese sandwich, but there's no way that my kids could, my little ones could eat a full one. So they split a sandwich. So here was 2 pieces of the grilled cheese with grapes, a chocolate chip Z-Bar, and some cheddar cheese ruffle potato chips. And then Mason has the exact same thing, the other half of the sandwich, the chips, the grapes, and the bar. And then Jacob has a chocolate chip Z-Bar as well with some of those chips, but again, he's not a grapes kid, so I just have some strawberries alongside for him. And then on his sandwich, he has tomato and bacon that I made in meal prep. I don't know about you guys, but my favorite way to eat grilled cheese is with bacon and tomato. So that was it for this time's lunches, you guys. All right, guys, so that's it for this time's lunch video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I'm definitely, like I said, finding it a little bit hard to figure out what to share and not to share. If I was sharing with you guys lunches for 5 days and I packed a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, well, you guys were seeing a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because you were seeing exactly what I packed for the 5 days that each of my boys were going to school and or work. But right now, I'm not going to share a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with you because I'm sure you guys can all figure that out. Right now, it's more or less inspiring different kind of lunch ideas. I'm sure we're all kind of scrambling for ideas. Some of us may have their children solely buy lunch when they were at school. So to kind of come up with what to do for them, and while we're all home, what to do as a family for a whole breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just a lot to take on. So I was hoping to kind of bring you guys some fresh and new ideas just to inspire whatever you guys got going on in your kitchen during this crazy time. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys all so much, and hopefully by the next video I'll have some kind of routine in place. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye guys.